The South China Sea has turned into a very dangerous and tense place. For many years, China has been claiming large parts of this sea, even areas that belong to other countries, like the Philippines. These claims go against international law, and it's causing serious problems. Lately, things have gotten even worse. Chinese Coast Guard ships have started blocking and even ramming small Filipino supply boats. It's scary. People in the Philippines are afraid. They're worried about their safety, their seas, and their future. The big question now is heartbreaking and heavy. If war starts, who will stand with us? The fear is real. Families are watching the news, asking, will we be safe? Will anyone help us? But there is some hope. The Philippines is not alone. Around the world, powerful countries are speaking up. They are offering support, not just with kind words, but also with strong actions. These nations believe in fairness, freedom to sail in open seas, and peace. They know what China is doing is wrong, and they're not staying silent. In this story, we'll look at 10 countries that have shown they're ready to stand beside the Philippines. Some are close neighbors, others are powerful, faraway nations. But all of them are saying one thing: we see you, we support you, you're not alone. Let's find out who these brave supporters are. Number 1, United States of America. The United States is still the strongest and most loyal friend the Philippines has. Their bond goes all the way back to the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty, which is not just a friendship, it's a promise written in law. This means if the Philippines is attacked anywhere in the Pacific, including the South China Sea, America is required to help defend it. That's powerful. In recent times, tensions have risen, with China doing dangerous things in the sea, like blocking Filipino boats and claiming waters that aren't theirs. It's frightening. But the U.S. hasn't been silent. They've spoken out loudly against China's actions, calling them unfair and dangerous. Even more, the U.S. military has sent ships and planes to show they're watching and ready. Joint military drills like Balakatan are now bigger than ever, and thanks to the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, American troops can now use more Philippine military bases. That means they're even closer if trouble comes. The United States isn't just talking, they're showing real action. In a world full of uncertainty, their support gives hope and protection to the Filipino people. Number 2, Australia. Australia has become one of the most loyal friends of the Philippines in the fight for peace and safety in the Indo-Pacific. This big-hearted country may be far away, but its voice has always been loud and clear. China's bullying tactics must stop. Australia doesn't just talk, it acts. In recent years, Australian forces have joined Filipino troops in joint maritime patrols and military training. This helps prepare both countries to work together if danger strikes. Australia has also joined international voices demanding that China obey international law, especially when it comes to the South China Sea. What makes this bond even stronger is that Australia, the Philippines, and the United States are tied together through security partnerships. They share the same values: freedom, peace, and fairness. Australia is deeply committed to a world where laws matter more than power, and that's exactly what the Philippines needs right now. So if tensions rise, Australia has made it clear it will not stay silent. It will stand with the Philippines, not just with words, but with action. And in times like these, that loyalty means everything. Number 3, Japan. Japan has become one of the Philippines' closest and most trusted neighbors in Asia. Both countries are facing problems with China's aggressive moves, Japan in the East China Sea and the Philippines in the South China Sea. This shared worry has brought them closer together, not just in words, but in real action. Over the years, Japan has given patrol ships to the Philippine Coast Guard. Imagine that, donating actual ships to help guard Filipino water. Japan is also helping the Philippines upgrade its defense systems, which is badly needed as the region becomes more dangerous. Their partnership has grown stronger through military training together, official visits, and talks about a reciprocal access agreement, meaning their troops could work more closely in the future. But it's not just military support. Japan speaks up in support of the Philippines at international meetings, telling China to follow the law, especially the 2016 court ruling that sided with the Philippines. That ruling gave hope to many Filipinos, and Japan hasn't forgotten it. As a powerful democracy in Asia, Japan standing beside the Philippines sends a clear message: you are not alone. Number 4, United Kingdom. The United Kingdom, once known for ruling the seas, is now turning its sharp eyes toward the South China Sea, and what it sees there is deeply troubling. As China pushes its power further into the waters that rightfully belong to others, Britain has chosen not to stay quiet. Instead, it has taken a strong and clear stand. British warships have sailed into the region, not to fight, but to prove a powerful point. These missions, called freedom of navigation operations, are meant to show that no one nation can simply take over international waters. It's a message the world is watching, and it's a message China cannot ignore. Even more, the UK has joined joint military exercises with the Philippines and its allies. Their goal? To show unity and strength. Britain has also spoken up loudly in support of the 2016 International Court ruling that rejected China's sweeping sea claims. That ruling backed the Philippines, and Britain has stood firm behind it. With its deep history, strong navy, and voice of fairness, the UK is proving to be a true friend of the Philippines in this tense time. Number 5. Canada. Canada, a peaceful country known for its kindness and fairness, has quietly become one of the Philippines' true friends in this tense time. While Canada might not have warships patrolling the South China Sea every day, its support is still powerful and meaningful. Canadian leaders have spoken out clearly and bravely, condemning China's aggressive behavior. They have said loudly that all countries must follow international rules no matter how big or powerful they are. This is a strong message from a country that believes in justice, peace, and standing up for what's right. Canada has joined joint training with the Philippines, helping soldiers and coast guards learn how to protect their land and sea better. Behind the scenes, Canada also helps by sharing important intelligence, giving logistical support, and using its voice in international meetings to push for ASEAN unity and regional peace. In a world where loud threats echo, Canada's quiet, steady support brings comfort and strength. Even without big weapons, its loyalty and belief in democracy make it a true partner that the Philippines can count on, especially when times get hard. Number 6. France. France, a country known for its pride and power, is standing quietly but firmly in the background of the South China Sea conflict. But don't be fooled by its silence. France is one of the very few European nations that has military forces permanently based in the Indo-Pacific, thanks to its overseas territories. And it's using this position to show it cares deeply about peace, fairness, and freedom in these waters. French naval ships have sailed through the South China Sea not to threaten, but to remind the world that international waters belong to all, not just one powerful nation. France has joined hands with its partners, taking part in joint military exercises to show support for its allies, including the Philippines. Even more touching is France's open support of the Philippines' 2016 legal win in the International Tribunal. They didn't stay quiet. France publicly said this ruling matters and it must be respected. With its strong voice, powerful navy, and clear sense of justice, France sends a message that even faraway friends will stand beside the Philippines in hard times. Number 7. Germany. Germany, a country known for its strong voice in world affairs, has become a powerful supporter of peace, fairness, and international law, especially when it comes to the rising tensions in the South China Sea. Though it's far from Asia, Germany's heart is with the Philippines and all nations fighting to protect their land and sea. German warships have even sailed to the Indo-Pacific, sending a strong and rare message. We see what's happening and we care. This may shock many, as Germany usually stays out of distant military conflicts, but this time their concern is clear. They believe in freedom of navigation, where every country, big or small, can use the sea without fear or bullying. Even though Germany doesn't have a big military presence in the region, its diplomatic voice is powerful. In the European Union and the United Nations, Germany pushes for peace, supports the 2016 tribunal ruling, and pressures China through sanctions, trade talks, and more. Germany may be thousands of miles away, but its strong stand gives hope to the Philippines and shows the world that standing up for justice has no borders. Number 8. European Union. The European Union, made up of 27 countries, has bravely chosen to stand for peace, fairness, and international law in the South China Sea. Even though the EU is far from Asia, its leaders have clearly said they support the Philippines and want everyone to follow the law. This may surprise some people, but it shows that justice matters to the whole world, not just to nearby countries. The EU strongly supports the 2016 legal ruling that favored the Philippines. Again and again, they've asked for peaceful talks and reminded everyone that the sea should be free for all. It's shocking to think that in today's world, powerful nations are still trying to control oceans that belong to others. Through a plan called the Indo-Pacific Strategy, the EU now focuses more on helping Southeast Asia. They provide aid, security help, and strong diplomatic pressure against aggressive actions, especially those from China. For the Philippines, this kind of support feels like hope. The European Union gives the country a louder voice and reminds the world that unity is stronger than fear. Number 9. The Netherlands may be a small country, but its role in the South China Sea issue is surprisingly powerful and even emotional for many Filipinos. Why? Because the Permanent Court of Arbitration, the one that made the historic 2016 ruling in favor of the Philippines, is based in The Hague, Netherlands. That ruling clearly said China's sweeping sea claims were not valid, giving the Philippines a sense of hope and justice. Even though the Netherlands doesn't have a massive military like some big nations, it has done something just as strong. The Dutch government has stood by that legal ruling with full support. It has spoken out in defense of international law and urged countries to respect what is fair and right. The Netherlands has also joined military exercises with allies in the region and taken part in defense discussions with Southeast Asian nations. While its voice may not always be the loudest, its support is clear and steady. The actions of the Netherlands remind us that sometimes true strength lies in doing what's right, even when you're far away. Number 10, New Zealand. New Zealand has always been known as a country that values peace and fairness with a reputation for standing up for what is right. Despite being a small country, New Zealand has never been afraid to speak out when international laws are broken. When it comes to China's aggressive actions, New Zealand has expressed deep concern, urging for peaceful talks and resolutions. Even though New Zealand does not have a large military like some countries, it strongly supports the 2016 arbitral ruling which favored the Philippines, and has shown consistent diplomatic backing. It has joined in defense and humanitarian missions alongside the Philippines, reinforcing that small acts of kindness and support can have a big impact. As tensions in the South China Sea grow, it is crucial to remember that the Philippines is not alone. Nations with clear values, strong militaries, and a commitment to international law are standing by, ready to help. From powerful U.S. warships to New Zealand's unwavering diplomacy, the message is clear: the Philippines has strong allies.